G'day, Father Kevin here from Bougainvillea, Australia. After a long, hard day at my local parish, the Bougainvillea Episcopalian Church, I settle back with a nice Bundy rum on the rocks and turn on the latest episode of the Bad Boys Unleashed. These boys tickle my funny bone, and they have a Sheila with them now that gives it just as hard as they do. They're a bit tougher than those bloody Yankees, since we're having a crack at getting the word out about the show in the United States of bloody America. I thought I'd put on my tourism cap and tell you what to expect if you come down under. I'd love to see the hosts of this show come down under and wrestle a snake. They're bloody huge, and I'm not talking metaphorically either. In fact, everything's bloody huge in Australia, so big we have to turn it into a bloody tourist attraction. The big banana, the big prawn, the big pineapple, and if it's not big, it'll probably still kill you because it's poisonous. Just the other day, a big salty, a saltwater croc for my US friends, that was over 15 feet long rocked up on the beach and had to go at a couple of sharks. Now for us Aussies, that's just a day of fun in the sun, but I gotta tell you, any tourists would be shitting themselves. So after you've listened to these bloody turkeys jabber on, jump on and listen to the Bad Boys Unleashed, direct from Australia. They go harder than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Bad Boys Unleashed. It's got the big fella's stamp of approval.
Yeah, they were kind enough to offer to edit for us this time because of the issue of my Zoom immediately breaking and then also just like getting everything back and forth. So that is appreciated. We do no editing. So if you guys just want to send us the video, that's also perfectly acceptable.
Oh, we'll edit it probably for you. It's okay. We're professionals
we do
down under.
Literally nothing. We are very, very lazy.
I'm going to spend this podcast making fun of Australians as two Australians do our jobs for us. And I'm going to feel no shame about it.
That's all right. We're going to spend this podcast pointing that out to everybody. So that's completely fine.
Like,
that's synergy. That's teamwork. We keep it crackling.
No matter how much you hate salties, you're still salty about your job being done. But we're what's it called? Not exporting labor.
Importing labor?
Yeah, I guess.
Sending jobs overseas, I think is what
we're sending jobs overseas right now. Very technically.
Importing, exporting, that's sounding very Art Vanderlei from Seinfeld.
So unfortunately,
I vaguely get that.
Have never seen Seinfeld. Will never see Seinfeld.
Well.
Do not like Seinfeld.
Bullshit.
That's okay, because Ange has never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, I love
I'm too
Game
busy
of Thrones.
watching Seinfeld to be watching bloody Game of Thrones.
What do you think I'm going to pass up on Tits and Dragons? Not a chance. I love both of them.
Fair call. See, I'm happy to pass up on both of those.
It's pretty basic when you put it that way, isn't
it, really? Yeah. It pretty much. You know what? You've just summed up my decision regarding whether or not I was going to watch it.
And was that yes?
That's why I chose Seinfeld.
Oh, look, okay, I can't get enough of those two elements.
Do you want imports and exports, or do you want Tits and Dragons?
Sign me up.
If you want Tits and Dragons, you're on the wrong podcast. We're talking about the economy here.
Isn't there a podcast called Tits and Dragons?
I'm going to look right now.
And if there isn't, there will be one by this afternoon.
Exactly right.
Damn, we better start that one.
There's 1,000 podcasts done by the people that were on The Office, just sort of swimming in that wake.
Actually, knowing a bunch of really geeky. There is a podcast.
Look up Tits and Dragons. The first thing that pops up is somebody did the Game of Thrones logo, but they replaced the Game of Thrones logo with just Tits and Dragons. It's
a thing that production's been put into this already. Enough
hilarious.
that I think we would be violating copyright.
It is not a podcast.
Someone's
It's the name of a
taken it.
podcast
What a shame.
episode.
Yeah, it's the name. Actually, come to think of it, it's the name of this episode of It's Just Bits. By the way,
No, but there is twits and crits.
Yeah.
D&D podcast. I actually know that one.
Do you? D&D is a big thing, right?
Yeah, crits is a critical hit in D&D, and I know that because I have a lot of friends who are still virgins.
Because like Kellen.
I don't play D&D, and I'm not a virgin. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know. It's a visual aesthetic.
You could have picked some of the nerdy things I actually do, like quote Dune a lot.
That's fair.
I was worried when you first said tits and dragons and stuff. I thought you meant tits on dragons, and I thought, wow, dragons.
No,
Andrew,
we do.
it's been
We do.
done. I guarantee if you looked up tits on dragons, there'd be
I'm not gonna-
some
that one I won't look up.
individual in the world that's thought of it and done it. I guarantee.
Oh, come on,
If you-
go on, Google it for me, guys, because that's going to fuck
Alright,
with your
alright.
algorithm.
I guarantee any combination
No,
of
let me
body
turn it-
parts that you want on any type of reptile, doing whatever
So
you
it's
want to
been
each
there.
other, you can find it.
It all exists.
Do you want to really
on, I'm
fuck
gonna-
up
I'm gonna
your
bring it up.
algorithms?
We actually have a big screen in our
Don't put the
studio.
dragon
so I'm
tits
gonna
on the
bring
screen.
tits on dragon.
If
Up
you
on
want
the
to
big
really,
screen.
if you want to really fuck up your algorithms, just type in dragon porn.
Oh,
No, that would fuck up my algorithm. They already got me on that one.
oh, dragon.
You
You know,
Wasn't
Game of Thrones being popular probably helped a lot of people that wanted to see dragon porn.
well,
Because they could say, no. I was just looking to see
yeah.
like Amelia Clark naked. I didn't want to see her get fucked by a dragon. I just had to.
Absolutely.
Oh boy!
oh, he's found something.
Oh, no,
He
from
found
Dragon
something.
Get that off.
Yeah, that's nasty. Dragon Riders of Porn.
Oh, why? Okay, yeah. It's no. You don't have to look it up. Whatever the first idea you thought of,
Yeah.
it's that you got it. You got it right.
It was a sexy dragon lady with big old knockers and the ability to spur you with her breath.
Oh, that was exactly what we expected it to
Welcome
be.
to
Wow.
It's Just Bits, folks, where the intro is 15 minutes of talking and Dragon Tits meets me not having seen Seinfeld. It's a real show.
Is that the orange one you guys are looking at?
The orange one.
There's an orange one.
Bring it back up. He's clearly talking about a
come
specific
on.
sexy dragon.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
there's a subreddit called Dragons Fucking Cars, if you guys want to check that out.
Did you say dragons fucking cars or
Yeah,
cards?
because you can, I mean, cars, like automobiles, because you can model anything with like a
Vehicles.
video game engine. And one thing that you can model is I think you Googled dragon porn before.
No, I think I said
Jumping
tits
houses.
on dragons.
Well,
right?
this is a different page, though.
Are
Yeah,
you
what
able to
happened?
see how many people have actually looked at that? Can you see stats around how many individuals have gone Google,
I found my
Google
favorite
tits
one.
and
Can we see their
dragons?
names and
There is
emails?
one that's just a crudely drawn dragon with human tits sort of
I
pasted on
want
it.
to know, is this something everyone's looking at and I'm just, completely missed what's
Yes,
been
Andy,
going
you're
on?
the only one that doesn't think dragons are sexy. You're the only
you
one not
remember-
jerking off to dragon
don't you
porn.
guys remember-
You're weird.
Back in the 80s, there was a thing called heavy metal. Not heavy metal as in
I
the
recall.
music, but there.
oh,
it
you
was
guys
like,
don't know I have you kissed
It was
me.
drawings of dragons and ladies, and do you remember that?
No, thankfully.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen the covers of fantasy novels.
Like
You're
that,
not
just
talking
like
that.
like Megadeth type.
No,
type.
not heavy metal music, but
Yeah.
it was a magazine called Heavy Metal, and all they did was artwork of women in like skimpy metal bikinis. So like real metal. I don't even know how
Are we
that works.
talking artistic like H.R.
dragons.
Geiger, or are we talking
like-
tacky?
No, not tacky. Like not
think
my
you're
side.
I'm
thinking of
of
thinking
it.
tacky. You're talking
No.
boobs and metal. I'm thinking tacky.
No, it's good stuff. It's great.
Oh, I'm sure
No,
it
it's
is.
very tasteful
I'm
boobs
sure
in
it
metal.
is.
This is a
He'll
tasteful
drag out
picture of
the,
a woman in a chainmail bikini.
That's where Da Vinci actually started on tits on metal. That was his. That's where he got his start.
Yeah, right between inventing the tank and the helicopter, he invented pasties.
The chain bikinis just get me. I don't know how they work. I mean, wouldn't they just ride, especially if they're
Don't
they
assume
I mean,
it.
if
they
you take
ride
an
up.
arrow to
Well-
either the tit or the pussy, you're fine.
Yeah,
Anywhere else, and
because
you're
they
going
rust
bad.
as well, and also when you're swimming, you just sink straight to the bottom. It's
like-
not a good idea.
It's like okay. I'll share an image of the type of.
It just looks like he's looking up tits on dragons this whole time.
I can see the screen.
He's deep in the woods on
In like
dragon
He's
porn.
loving every
People
minute of
have
this.
so much time on their hands to
The
waste.
smile he has on his
all this
face.
stuff.
Oh, what
I'll
is
tell you,
this?
No,
I'll tell you
this
what,
is-
man. They're not wasting their time. Drawing furry porn is a very lucrative profession. You can tell I don't do it because I don't have money, so don't accuse me of anything.
What I'm
If
what
you're
I'm
an
actually
artist on the
concerned
internet,
about that you actually know what furry porn is.
That's just
That's very easy to put those two concepts together.
No, that's
people
just-
like to fuck. People like to dress up as animals.
I was
They'll
just
do
gonna
them
say,
together.
Yeah, is that the My Little Pony type situation, or is that a whole different
no, that's
separate?
I mean,
fucked
there
up.
are
That is-
people for that.
That's
Oh,
completely
that's-
fucked up.
Okay, scroll
dope.
down a little bit. Scroll. Oh wow.
No, that's cool to jerk off to. The cartoon dragons are not, but that is.
I mean,
if you're
like,
jerking off to that, your life's going right.
That
see,
guy's
that
awesome.
was-
That guy drives a Corvette and does cocaine off the dash.
And guess what? And guess what? The hood is painted like that.
That dragon.
the dragon, yes.
Okay, guys, something I've got to ask you about. It's all over the news
Furries.
down here.
No?
It's obviously really big news in America.
I didn't do it.
I want to ask you about Mrs. Poindexter. And do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
All right.
not.
So I'm talking about a lady trying to figure out who her kids were effectively booted out of school. All 3 kids were booted out of school because of an OnlyFans page and lots of X-rated material being posted. As it turns out, the kids had nothing to do with it. It was actually their mum.
God for that.
Right. Okay.
Could have been a darker story.
Basically, she's now claiming she's been bullied by all of the Karens at the school because they found their husbands subscribing to her OnlyFans page.
I have heard a little bit about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's a cute number. I mean, good on her. And her and her husband did it to spice up the marriage. He's taking the photos. They're posting it. They're doing it together kind of thing.
Yeah. How do you get kicked out of school for that?
Well, hang on a second.
right,
Hang on.
that's what I wanted to talk
She
about.
rocks up at school, right? And every father in the school is like,
He's waiting
"Oh,
for it.
I remember her.
Yeah, waiting at the gates. Oh, just 5 more minutes. She might be here.
you've
Put a
got
50
fathers
into your
telling their
bikini.
kids that they're going to be friends with her kids. No, you're going to give me a reason to drop you off at her house.
Give them extra milk money. Go on, mate.
She's making $190K a month.
holy crap. She could send her kids to a private school for that.
Yeah.
Well, as
So-
it turns out, not anymore. She can't. No.
Because they want to
I assume private schools are probably worse about porn than public schools.
Yeah, really.
The worst
The
part
Catholic
is
school surprisingly lax about.
the worst part is the poor kids, right, going to school.
Imagine that.
Their friends
Oh,
are going,
yeah. Oh,
"Hey,
yeah.
your mum."
Yeah. Could you imagine it? Oh, jeez.
I fucked your mom. No, you didn't. You just jerked off to her like everybody else.
Close enough.
Fuck my mom, you did sorry.
Like everybody else's dads. Yeah.
If you fucked my mom, I would have saw it on her OnlyFans. There would have been evidence.
I just think it's hilarious. All these women, a
Oh.
couple of women caught their husbands subscribing to this, right? They,
Support local businesses.
hey, absolutely, why not?
We're all
They
going through tough
printed-
times.
They got the husbands to print the stuff up. So these husbands are now completely under the thumb, which is even more hilarious. Printed it up, sent it into the principal of the school and distributed it around these printouts of this woman's work, which she's claiming copyright. So I'm expecting a big lawsuit to come from this, which is going to be absolutely hilarious.
she should
Which
absolutely
school
win
is
that
this,
lawsuit.
Andrew?
I don't know. I think the school has now
What
been
she's trying
kept
to
quiet.
ask is, what's the name?
I mean, it's
drop the
pretty
link.
strange to make this like an academic concern. Like, I feel
Sure.
like they're really wasting time at the PTA meetings. Like, they still don't know which books they're going to read for the summer reading program. And some weirdo with a Karen haircut is like, yeah, but Mrs. Poindexter, my husband saw her tits, and that's destroyed our marriage because it was so great in the first place.
That's right. And
Well-
see, that's the thing. You know, if the husbands are out there on OnlyFans paying for some other woman's photos and stuff like that, like, seriously, guys, take a look at yourselves.
Yep, agreed.
I mean, if your husband is subscribed to an OnlyFans, make him stop and watch free porn. Financially, that's a bad decision. You can find that stuff for free.
Just men out there not knowing their worth. That's the problem.
That's what it is. This is an issue of men's self-esteem.
That's
Man,
right.
God, so
This
bad.
is right.
Oh,
Is this Father
boys,
Kevin?
how you going?
Oh, God, look who's joined us.
Oh, there's no wig.
Oh, Father Kevin, I know you've seen Mrs. Poindexter's.
Oh, Mrs. Poindexter. Oh, yeah. She actually goes to my church every Sunday. She films some of her OnlyFans stuff behind the pulpit.
Father Kevin's got the confession where the thing slides back, but it's just like a hole in the middle.
Well, you've got one confessional for sin and then one confessional for confessing.
Yeah, so it's a bit
lower,
got a
too.
glory hole.
What do you
That,
say?
by the
A
way, I'm
glory
sure we can
hole
find a video of.
in a confessional. No, actually, my Ethel, she actually calls. I actually call her Miley because she likes swinging on my wrecking ball every now and then.
Oh my God! I would love to sit down for a writing session for Father Kevin.
What are you talking about? Father Kevin is a real man. He doesn't write these things.
What do you mean? You're saying that my jokes aren't good enough?
I thought you said a writing session. And I was,
amazing.
That's right.
righto.
I only like the ladies' boys. I don't like writing anything else. But I've got a little bit of a drink.
Is the wine there Hennessy?
So this is my little flask. It's got WWJD. What would Jesus drink?
No, it's who would Jesus do?
And his own
Come
blood.
on.
Okay, that too.
Father Kevin, can I ask you an ecclesiastical question? Who would Jesus do? If Jesus could fuck anybody, who would he fuck?
Well, that's a good question. I've never actually thought about that from a biblical perspective.
Well, of course, there's always Mary, because wasn't she a prostitute?
Yeah, Mary Magdalene was...
No, she wasn't a prostitute.
Yeah, no, there's... Yeah, no, I think Joseph's wife had an OnlyFans, and they weren't allowed to stay at the inn because all the moms from the school.
That's what it is.
That's a modern retelling of the Christ story.
I think that might be
Zack Snyder on that.
the Father Kevin biblical version. What do you call it? Not the King James version. It's the Father Kevin version.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, yeah, Father Kevin. Father Kevin is the patron saint of beer.
That's right. Father Kevin's version has the gospel according to Jack Daniels, doesn't he?
Yeah, he didn't turn water into wine, let me tell you.
And it really is just the parts of the Bible where there's sex, which is more than you would think. And all those ones in the King James version where they said they had sex, but then they changed it to some old-timey thing like, knew him or uncovered his feet or whatever. Father Kevin describes in excruciating detail what went in where at what time
Didn't just
and how it
uncover
was
the feet.
received.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Licked it as well. Hey,
To anybody who's listening, if we can get Father Kevin fan fiction by the end of this.
Oh, that'd be good. I actually think a Father Kevin OnlyFans page would be great.
And yea, verily, though the hole was too tight, Father Kevin did turn the water into lube.
Wow, he's taking it to a whole new level, isn't he?
Oh, I can see the smile on your face.
Yes, Ethel sees the smile on my... Actually, she doesn't see the smile on my face. She's otherwise occupied.
The Father, Son, and the holy shit, I'm going to come.
Well, you guys just take it to a whole new level I wasn't expecting, but anyway.
But you're going to go there anyway, aren't you,
All right,
Father
guys,
Kevin?
remind me to tell my parents not to listen to this episode.
Oh, his
Yeah,
dad listens.
you're reading
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mind,
so-
Andrew. You're reading my mind.
When women take off Father Kevin's frock, they say, well, I know which one's the Father, but which is the Son and which is the Holy Ghost.
We were going to go on tour with Father Kevin, but I said to Shane that when Father Kevin comes out on stage, he's got to have a big strap on underneath his frock. So every time he stands up, he's got this big stiffy.
But he was just
Why don't you need a strap on and it happens automatically, Andrew?
Hard for it.
That's just that's why do you think there's a pulpit? I've got to hide it behind somewhere.
You got to be careful when he stands up and turns around. He takes everything off the table in one fell swoop.
Well,
All the
there go
candles
the
lit in
sacraments.
memory of people just knocked off the counter.
in the
Yes.
rider of Father Kevin's contract, there has to be a girl in every pulpit when he gives the sermon. She knows what she's there for.
Inspiration.
Do they want a happy sermon or do they want a fire and brimstone one? That's what I want to know.
You know what? I think the congregation's getting too happy. I need a fire and brimstone one. Take the girl out of Father Kevin's pulpit. I want him pissed for this one.
Get a girl with meth mouth.
I was about to say the only problem is the inspiration she gives is all.
Did you say a girl with meth mouth?
Yeah, where she's missing like a lot of teeth.
I don't need that. Ethel just takes hers
Ethel
out.
doesn't have any.
She just takes them
a
out.
fire and brimstone sermon.
It's like
No,
a
good
gummy
old
bear.
Ethel looks after him. She takes her teeth out beforehand.
Yeah, she's like, I call her my little gummy bear.
Oh God!
That was my nickname in high school.
Wow.
You look like a gummy bear.
Glad I didn't know you in high school.
It had nothing to do with this. You are bad boys. We're good boys.
The Good Boys podcast.
When Father Kevin goes down, does he say Hail Marys instead of doing the alphabet?
He does his rosaries. Oh my God!
I got nothing.
Damn it! I've mixed up my anal beads and rosary again. I ought to make one that does both. That'd be an innovation.
Yeah, the problem is his anal
Smells
beads
of that one.
have 36 lumps on them or something.
I know what you mean. The anal beads are a bit tough, especially when it gets to the little cross on the end.
That's how you prove your real devotion. If you can get that in there.
Oh, Father Kevin walks into the hospital and fist bumps people because he knows them all.
Yeah. No, same procedure. Yep.
Yeah, we're getting that out of your butt again, right? You're darn right.
Anyway, boys, I gotta get out of this frock because it's fucking hot.
Good to see you
So I'm
again,
dying
Father Kevin. Always a delight.
Thank you, Father Kevin. So, boys,
you've
when
been
are you
safe
guys
now, Father Kevin.
when are you guys starting up your own OnlyFans page?
I don't know.
As soon as I get hot, any day now.
Oh yeah, once we have enough money from advertising to both hire personal trainers and just get Camille Nanjiani shredded, that's when.
But women like normal guys. Women don't want all of that abs and all that sort of stuff. Blah blah blah. I mean, talk to Anne.
It's
She's got a thing
overrated.
for bloody Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, if it's
She's
true.
got a thing for Ricky Gervais.
Sorry to
he is-
say this.
Oh, he's amazing.
You can do better.
No,
I'm
no.
just
I'm
saying.
sorry, Angie. I think you are a lesbian.
At least go for skinny Jim Jeffries if he's got to be.
I like Jim Jeffries, but I like Jim Jeffries because he makes me laugh. It's an like humor is an aphrodisiac, and he's rather nice, but Ricky Gervais just ticks all the boxes. I'm sorry, he is a god. That man, like. Don't you?
This is one I've never heard. I've heard interesting celebrity crushes.
Oh
But
no, she also likes Robert Smith from The Cure. Oh, like how he looks
but
now.
how talented?
Not
is-
how he used to look. Like like he looks old now.
Yeah, but he's talented.
He's 80.
But he's so talented. He's so talented.
I'm sure.
He exudes he between him and Ricky.
were you about to say he exudes sexuality? Because he exudes ham-scented sweat.
You might like,
No,
you might like
I'm sorry.
Don
I will
Dockin
not.
from Dockin.
No, I
Check him
can't
out.
stand and let anyone knock Robert Smith. I think just the talent that those two guys have, and the same with Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe, I think
Wow.
Rusty.
I believe no Russell Crowe. I understand.
Have you seen his
Who's the
latest
guy
movie?
from-
He's
the guy
huge.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter
he's
because
put
he's
it on.
talented
Yeah,
and
but
he's a
Hugh
good
Jackman.
Aussie
Hugh
bloke.
Jackman, we can all agree on Hugh Jackman. We can all agree on
Hey,
Hugh
I'd
Jackman.
turn for bloody Hugh Jackman. Too.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
everyone would turn
We're
for
on the
Hugh
same
Jackman.
page. Okay, now
Yeah,
let's
too
work
bloody
backwards
right.
from that. Russell Crowe.
Yep.
Was he in Mad Max Fury Road, or was
No.
that a different Australian?
No,
that
you're
was-
thinking
wrong with
of. He was Maximus
You're thinking of,
Aurelius in
He was the
Gladiator.
gladiator, but he was.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm way off. Who
Aren't
was
you
the
talking
guy
about-
from
Are you thinking of Tom Hardy? Who is
Hardy?
you're
Tom
thinking-
Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you thinking Mel Gibson?
Mad Max Fury Road?
Mel
No, that was
Gibson.
Tom Hardy.
Oh
Tom
no
Hardy.
no
I
no!
thought he was
Don't get
Australian.
them mixed
He
up.
did a good
No,
job.
I'm not referring to
like
Fury
Mel.
Road.
Road.
Generation.
Fury Road was Mel Gibson.
But
By
I'm
the
not
way, you
referring to
fucked
Mel
Tom Hardy
Gibson.
before Russell Crowe, wouldn't you?
Oh no! I'll take Russell Crowe over Mel Gibson.
Get out of here.
I'm sure Mel Gibson's
Well, she's
lovely,
Jewish, that's why.
but Russell Crowe is. Oh yeah, he's
But
that real.
She
Aussie
likes her Australian
American-
men, Shane.
Oh yeah,
She likes her Australian
I like
men.
Mick Malloy. I
Look,
like
can you
Mick
blame her?
Malloy.
She's only
It's
human.
patriotism.
But Mel Gibson's got
I'm
that little
proud
bit
to
of
be
crazy
an
happening.
Australian.
I do like a little bit of crazy, but not that much crazy.
Oh no, he's a lot of crazy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's unique.
He's all the way.
And I'd
one?
rather just.
Mel Gibson.
You can have Mel Gibson. I'll have.
We don't
I'll
want him.
have Russell
Like-
Crowe.
like-
The four can fight over Mel Gibson, I guess.
I gotta say, right?
No, it's
Like, what's up with Mel Gibson, right? I'm going to do a movie, right? Firstly, I'm going to do a movie about Jesus, and I'm not going to have any English words, right? It's all going to be in Latin, right? That's the first thing. Then I'm going to do a movie about some tribe in bloody South America, and I'm not going to do that in English either. Like, has he got a problem with the English language?
Potentially.
South America.
I would think, given how racist he is, he would be very specific about people speaking English. That was a real curveball.
I didn't know he was racist.
What?
Really?
He's got
Don't you
some stuff
remember all
to
of his
say about the Jews.
anti-Semitic remarks and stuff that got
I knew
him
that.
kicked out of
Oh,
Hollywood?
God, I was about to
also
say...
because he was calling
hang
them
on,
dirty
you reckon I've
pedophiles,
been living
but-
under a rock? No, that's... Everyone's got to know that one. Mind you, he's still making
get kicked
movies.
out of Hollywood either. He's still doing stuff.
He's still
Yeah,
doing
make a lot of
stuff.
hiatus.
Actually, yeah,
He's now back with a bit of a vengeance.
we
because,
saw a movie just recently,
Yeah.
Well, no, that's right. Like, he's done a lot of movies lately, but he was out of the fold for some 10 or 15 years, mostly because he was calling them all dirty, filthy pedophiles. We all now know that they are dirty, filthy pedophiles.
So they had to let him back in.
So it's fair call, Mel.
But hang on.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
last movie he was in, okay, he's in a movie at the moment, right, which is Boss Level,
Level.
right? But wasn't he just in a movie where he played Santa Claus?
Yeah,
like,
Fat Santa.
isn't that like if you're going to do a movie, right? The two movies that you can do to completely kill your career: one, a gay person, right, with AIDS, right, because that just kills your career. And then the second one, because
no,
it is.
yeah,
no, it is.
Yeah, Tom Hanks really took a fucking
Tom Hanks
movie.
in Philadelphia. Has Tom Hanks
man,
done
I
a
don't know
movie
how-
since?
I don't know how Matthew McConaughey recovered after Dallas Buyers Club.
No, it does. That's it. That's the end of your career. You play someone with HIV, that's it. You're gone, right?
Okay, so help me out here, Shane.
No, never
Fat
was.
Santa wasn't gay, nor did he have bloody HIV.
Wait, really?
is
I'm no
your
longer
thought
interested in
pattern
this film.
What?
You might like Dirty Santa.
But then the other one to play, which is really bad, is Santa. If you play
But he did
Santa,
a-
then
he-
your
that was a
career is
bloody great
completely
movie.
gone.
Tim Allen.
Santa.
Didn't the
Tim Allen
Tim
did
Man, the
Santa
Tool
and then
Man?
everything.
What?
Didn't Tim the Tool Man play a Santa?
Yeah,
Was that
Tim
him?
Allen.
Has he done a
Yes,
movie?
yeah, the
since?
Santa
Claus.
Four Santa.
Oh, he was already
Tim
on
Allen
the
played
he was on
Santa
the
in a movie
down
where
and
he
down.
killed Santa and then became Santa.
Yeah.
It's a fucked
Your
up movie.
argument is falling apart so quickly. All of these people did so well after either playing, Dirty Santa. When he played Dirty Santa, and then he's in everything. I forget the name of the actor, but he's in.
He was a good one. Yeah. What was his name?
Bad Santa?
Bad Santa. That's
Was
what it
was
was.
he the one?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, isn't he Angelina
Bob Thornton.
Jolie's person? Like,
Oh, not anymore. That's
Ex-Con.
old.
Oh,
That's
well, I
old.
don't know.
But what's he done now?
You just stop watching actors after Dallas Buyers Club. You're like, well, no more Matthew McConaughey for me. He's dead, right? He died of AIDS. I saw the end of the movie.
Yeah, you can't do a movie about AIDS unless you give the guy AIDS. That's why there's not many good productions of Rent.
Well,
Bad movie.
I think my argument just probably just didn't go very far anyway. Okay. I now sound like a complete bigot. Oh, well.
It's okay, we still like you. As long as
That was like the speech in Tropic Thunder, the never go full retard speech. Except the other guy just starts naming counterexamples.
So what do you mean never go for
But
it?
he's right. But he is right there. Because
He's right in that. Except Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton did kind of go full retard.
in what?
In French Fry Potatoes? What was it called? Not Lawnmower Man, Sling Blade.
Oh, Sling Blade.
You
Yeah,
lost
okay.
everybody.
Yeah, but didn't Kevin Spacey go full retard? Didn't Edward
he went
Norton
full
go full
pedophile.
retard?
Wait, Kevin Spacey did?
When?
Yeah, remember in Unusual Suspects, he was the cripple and everything like that that
No,
had
he
everybody
wasn't
really
full
freaked.
retard.
Okay, first of all, Unusual Suspects is a production made by us that shows up if you Google dragons with tits. The Usual Suspects. I think he was just a cripple.
Yeah, it wasn't
The
full
Usual
retard.
Suspects.
Wow. You thought I took it to another level. Wow, thanks, Andrew.
I mean, well, it used to be the phrases used to be physically retarded and mentally retarded. So I see where you got there from it, but now it's none of it's okay. So mentally handicapped.
In
Never
our
go fully
version,
mentally
version, the Unusual Suspects, they call him Oral Kint instead of Verbal Kint.
I didn't. It always references that only he gets, and one guy at home
I'm the only guy that
calls
knows
in.
the Usual Suspects. Yeah, okay.
You're the only guy who knows the name of the character in a wheelchair from Usual Suspects.
He's not in a fucking wheelchair.
How would I know? I'm just guessing.
Now, if you're talking Reservoir
Everybody.
Dogs, then you're talking a good movie. I mean, that has
phenomenal
all
movie.
of the elements that you need in a good movie.
Reservoir Dogs is the best Quentin Tarantino movie because somebody told him, "Hey, cut some time out of this fucking movie."
There's limits.
And then the next movie, they're like, "You can go as long as you want." Reservoir Dogs was great, and he's like, 4 hours. Let's go.
Oh, that was Pulp Fiction afterwards?
Yeah,
You can't tell. What you're saying? Pulp Fiction wasn't as good?
I'm saying it could be shorter. Still one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. Love the guy to death. I'm saying the biggest problem Quentin Tarantino has, even though he's like the best director, his shit goes too long.
Yeah,
it just goes too long.
Thank fuck he doesn't do a director's cut as well.
Oh, he did.
That's because there's just no theatrical cut. It's all director's cut.
No, on Netflix, he released a 4-hour extended cut version of The Hateful Eight.
With 50% more N-words.
It's just the N-word for 4 hours.
How did he get away with that?
Sitting in a room alone.
I'll be honest. I think we can stop watching his movies.
You think?
Samuel
Like if
Jackson.
he, no, Tarantino. Like
You go fuck yourself.
he can you can keep watching his old stuff, but if he comes out with something new, you don't have to worry about it.
Why?
Your argument already fell apart. Fuck you.
I mean, I don't know if it's good, watch it, but Hateful Eight, I got bored and I turned it off halfway through.
I'm with you there.
And then I watched Django.
I get that.
Did you get
But
bored
did
in
you
Django?
see?
No, I like Django.
Yeah,
I like
Django was good. Did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody?
Yeah,
Phenomenal, right?
Yeah, I liked
great.
it. I thought it was
movie.
good.
Yeah, really good. Watch it. It's new. It's only 2.5 hours. So that's short for Tarantino.
Yeah.
It's got Brad Pitt in it and, Leonardo
Brad
DiCaprio
Pitt,
as well.
Leo.
But it kind of fucks with the timeline though. It's like completely wrong. I'm like looking at it and going, I thought Sharon Tate died, but she didn't. In this.
No,
The
that's
point-
right. And that's
He did in
the
real life.
Tarantino twist.
Yeah.
Because you're going through the whole movie knowing what's going to happen, and then completely the opposite happens. That's the point of the movie.
Like how at the end of Pulp Fiction, Bruce Willis had been dead the whole time. Same thing, but it's that Sharon Tate isn't dead.
See, I don't know because he said the joke and then we both paused.
that was
3
pretty funny.
seconds later.
That was pretty
Yeah, it was like,
How much of that was lag because you're in a different country?
Yeah,
and how much of
That's
it was
it.
getting
It was-
the
it
joke?
was- we're in a different- there was a lag
We're
in
not
that,
that slow. We're actually pretty fast.
Hey, come on, guys. It's before 10 a.m. here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Australia.
Can't
What do you
It's
expect?
lag, eh?
Jesus. Shit, look at the size of her coffee that she's drinking.
Jumping yowzers. They selling that in spa bath size now.
I need
sounded
it
like
this
an
time of the
Australian word,
morning.
don't know.
I need
Can
it.
I have a jacuzzi latte, please?
Oh, spa bath. Spa bath.
Spa bath.
I
What
thought
did
you
you-
were saying star barth because
Spa
I can't
bath.
tell when they're supposed to be ours.
Yeah, no, in Australia, we don't throw up in our bathtub.
What? What?
Spa
That's
bath?
un-American.
So what did you think we
barf.
said?
Okay.
Barf.
This is a cartoon.
What did you think we said?
No, actually, there's something I need to ask you guys. The city, it starts with an M.
Melbourne?
I would call it Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Beautiful. Done. Solved.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Fuck you, all the people that told me I was wrong for that. You know who you are.
What
No,
did
it's
they,
not
what did they say it
Melbourne.
was?
No, but there's Americans who will insist it's pronounced Melbourne.
Send them over to Australia. We shoot them.
As long as it's not.
We literally line them up when we shoot them for being so fucking stupid.
good.
As long as
It's not
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
We get
'Cause if
more
you guys said New
Melbourne
York,
than Melbourne.
We're not going to be like there's supposed to be an R there. It's just different accents. Yeah, all right.
It's like Sydney, right? You know, when they announced it for the Olympics,
Yeah.
they went, the winner is Sydney. It's like, really?
Oh, that's great.
He was Chinese.
I'm glad you guys got your economy crippled in Sydney. I'm glad they're probably totally recovering, right?
The whole idea, whenever you're trying to say a town or anything like that in Australia, is overseas people tend to try and say it phonetically or draw it out. In Australia, remember, we shorten everything.
Yeah.
So Melbourne is Melbourne.
Melbourne,
Canberra is Canberra.
And your
Canberra.
priest
Australia is Australia.
Yep.
and priest
Narendra
fuck-
is Narendra.
and priest fuck boys here, so priest just fuck there.
Yeah, well,
It's,
yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
so
what
Father
Catholic Church is.
Father
Yeah,
Kevin.
that's right.
Just
Yeah.
fucks.
Just say Father Kevin, they'll know exactly
Father
what
Kevin.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Father Kevin's the only priest that doesn't interfere with juniors. He prefers
Yeah,
his,
he's got standards, you see.
yeah, that's right. He prefers his partners over the age of 80.
He would, but they're not hot enough.
Yeah, he's into droopage.
Droopage.
Do not Google droopage. Okay, do not Google droopage. We've already seen enough dragons and droopage today.
Oh God! See,
guys
that
have
you might be
niche
getting too niche because you could see droopish on human women. I guarantee.
Oh,
but
yeah.
dragons with droopage, that might be too. You
a
might have to
thing.
commission that specifically.
You might have to pay somebody a TV night.
Hey, do you guys have any friends or each other or
No.
whatever like that who have their mobile phones without a lock screen password?
Yo, me.
Right, okay. So this is what I used to do for my brother for years and years and years, to the point it literally sent him psycho. Is I would take his phone and I would go, and I started off with getting a photo of a squirrel with really big heavy nuts, and I'd turn it into his background screen. But then I started going through all of these different slightly escalating aspects of grandma porn. So he'd go and pick his phone up or something like that, or get to work and look at his phone and there's this grandma porn on as his backdrop. Is his,
How does grandma porn escalate?
Google it. Google it. You'll be lost for hours. Trust me.
You'll be lost for hours. Wow.
You talk about it like a pleasant memory of the past.
There's
You're like, oh, I
nothing
get lost
pleasant
in thoughts
about
of lot 6 for
It's
hours.
not even like a Vietnam vet flashback. Like, I was lost in the jungle of gray lips for hours. You're like, it was. Like it seemed like you were fondly remembering the time.
Well, I had
Like
a
it
team
was World
over
War
in
II.
Poland. I had a team over in Poland, and they used to call me the Gilf Hunter.
We have a milk hunter over here.
Yeah. So I was
yeah.
apparently the
Oh,
Gilf
no.
Hunter.
The gilf hunter.
I'm
Nice.
struggling
What
to keep
defines
this
a
down.
gilf? Just that they have to have a grandchild, or is it an age?
Oh, I think it's anything over the
question.
age of 40, probably. But those
Hang
guys.
on a second. Hang on a second.
Hey?
No.
Well-
How long do people live in Australia? Is it 60? Because then it's 60.
Yeah, you have just like
just seem to have
depression era
kids
like
very young.
These are the team out of Poland and the
Yeah,
Ukraine
if you're all-
guys.
If you're not having a kid by 15,
There's
then
something going
there's something
on.
wrong.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. If you haven't
You're all
got 3
dead
kids
there.
by the time
Okay,
you become an
this is
adult, you're doing
Yeah,
it.
like, at 18, you're not just an adult. You're also ready for family benefits because you've got 3 kids. And you've already had 2 husbands. So it's
Yeah,
it's
It's
career
a
welfare
lifestyle.
mums.
It's a
yeah, it's a good
lifestyle.
life. Yeah.
Career welfare mom.
This is for
And
this
then
is the
you've got to
houseos,
keep having
yeah.
kids, so that because when your eldest starts to get to 18, then your income's going to drop. So you end up by squeezing out a couple
Gotta
more.
keep
and-
that income going. Yeah.
Hey, kids are famously cheap. You don't have to.
They cost almost nothing.
Yeah. What? Just give them some 2-minute noodles.
Yeah.
And I mean that's pretty much it, really.
2-minute noodles. Yeah,
Some
except
crazy
you
way-
always
yeah.
have cereal. You've got to have cereal somewhere and a little bit of milk. Get that long life stuff so you don't have to keep going and getting fresh.
Yeah.
How old do kids have to be before you can like leave them? Like just let them like
Legally
when they
or,
first come out, you gotta like
Yeah.
feed them and shit. But how long before you can just leave food out and they'll sort of fend for themselves and develop whatever weird traumas based on that?
Oh, if you're talking traumas, we're
I would
talking.
have said teens, 12, 13,
Yeah, I
14.
think probably 11, 12.
That's too much time for me. I'm not paying attention for 10 years.
Oh, I'm with you. I totally agree. I realised that I didn't want to have children the minute that I realised I wouldn't be able to sleep in every day.
You don't want kids,
Oh no, I'm never going to have kids.
really?
Oh yeah, I made that decision well and truly a long time ago.
You don't want
She asked Ricky Gervais. He said no. And
Oh,
that
Ricky
was it.
Gervais doesn't have kids and he doesn't want them either. Neither does Robert Smith and he doesn't want them
But
either.
okay, if Ricky Gervais came to you and said,
I want
"Ange,
Yeah.
I want you to have my baby,"
Yeah,
what would you say?
I think, you know what I reckon your
would-
response would be, Angie?
yeah.
I think we need to keep practicing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Andrew, to be like, yeah,
You wouldn't
okay,
have-
right.
Absolutely, I'll have
Gervais
10
is-
children. Let's just keep going until we get it right.
What if Ricky Gervais wanted you to be like, just have the kid and then he's taking it and he's fucking off?
No, I still wouldn't. No.
Really?
No.
You
no.
get to fuck Ricky Gervais though.
and you'd be like, "And I've,
You'd
and
have to
I've
get
got little,
pregnant and
I've got
look
little
like Ricky
Ricky
Gervais.
running around."
I don't want a little Ricky running around. Thank you for. Like, I'm sorry. I've made
I
my
think you're
decision.
slowly
'cause
coming to terms with the fact that he's not that great.
he turned around. No. The thing is, he could turn around and go, well, hang on, you've got part responsibility. And if there's any chance that child is going to stop me from sleeping in.
Yeah, but hang on, he's rich.
Yeah.
hello, like you've had his
Nannies.
kid. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
want to be carrying a child for 9 months inside. No, thank you very much. I'll
Wow.
leave that to somebody else.
Oh, you
I've
could do
never
what,
yearned for a child ever.
You could do what Harry and Meghan did, get a surrogate and stuff like that to have it, and just wear one of those little plastic things under your shirt. Sorry,
Again,
too soon?
If that
I don't
child
know.
has any connection to me and
Wait, did they
stops
do
me
that?
from sleeping in,
Did she
it's
do
not
that?
going to happen.
If you believe the conspiracy
Oh,
theorists, yes.
conspiracy
Oh, really?
theorists.
Oh,
yeah,
well, I do
they'll
believe
tell
all of
you
them,
everything.
so,
Yeah. Yeah, so
It's
yes.
way more fun.
That's right, because they got apparently got a surrogate in and stuff like that, and
I heard the Queen was going to kill her. Actually, like had you know like
Like the Lady
Would not
Di
be shocked.
type
Yeah, yeah.
situation.
Like the last time?
that's why she.
Yeah.
Like the
moved
last
her
time
to-
one of her descendants married someone she didn't like?
Who was that?
and sorry,
couldn't you
nobody's
imagine-
telling me that Harry is actually the son of Prince Charles.
he's
he's
now,
definitely
Yeah,
Diana's
Prince Charles
son.
is-
now, if we're talking
I
handsome,
don't
we're
know. I
talking
can't
Prince
keep track
Harry.
of them. They're all just
He's a looker.
What?
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
is.
no.
Oh,
I suppose-
he's nice.
Okay, but
Which one?
what about
Harry?
The other one.
Harry.
No,
Harry's
William.
all right, yeah.
bless him.
No,
but
William's
still okay.
William looks
no,
pretty fucking bad.
No, William's not for me.
William
but
is
Harry. Hello.
definitely Prince Charles' son.
Yeah, William
Oh,
is, but
yes.
Harry is Diana's polo lovers.
the James
Son.
Hewitt. Was that his name?
Yes, that's something like that.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go.
I don't
That's-
know.
That's too
Hey,
much
good-
royals.
Good for him. Good for him. You know what else?
I'll be right back.
Justin Trudeau. Well, you're gone. I'm going to do conspiracy theories. Justin Trudeau, the PM of Canada. I'm pretty sure he's Fidel Castro's kid.
That's
Just
right, I heard
Google
that
a
too.
picture. Google
Yeah.
a picture of Justin Trudeau's father. Does not look like him. Looks like a young Castro. And
Yep.
Castro did hang out with the Trudeaus.
That's
Wow.
right. Yeah.
Personally, I choose to believe that it was like that he didn't cuck Pierre Trudeau. Pierre Trudeau was into it and he liked to watch and was happy to raise Castro's child.
You
I like
have
it to be a
seriously thought
happy
about
story.
this, haven't you?
Wow.
I reckon
yeah.
Fidel Castro is smart enough to think long term enough to plant someone on the northern side of the US while Fidel's on the southern side of the US, and they can get
Yeah,
US
just
completely
sandwich us with
That's
communism.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, unfortunately, Justin Trudeau became, what he is. So he just has nice socks, but he doesn't do anything cool.
No, and he's been
Didn't
pushing
he
the whole
marry-
Great Reset as well, hasn't he?
Didn't he marry Jennifer
what?
Aniston?
Who?
Didn't he
Who
marry
isn't me here?
Jennifer?
I just
wasn't
know
he
that
with
his dad
Jennifer
got-
Aniston?
Who was with
Justin Trudeau. Or is that a
Jennifer
different one?
Aniston.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Aniston? Wasn't she? Isn't she with Brad Pitt?
No, I thought
That
I
That
thought
was
it
decades ago.
Far out. That was like the 1940s.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, what's she
Yeah,
doing
there's
now?
all those
Is she-
USO shows that Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt did together. We
Yeah.
almost lost the war when they broke up for Angelina.
Back when
That's
World
right.
War One was called the Great War. That's when Jennifer Aniston.
Hey, would you guys go? Would you guys go, Angelina?
No.
Oh,
'Cause she's a little
No,
bit, she's a little bit
no,
he
crazy,
doesn't
right?
do it.
Jennifer Aniston. The weirdest fucking decision ever, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Angelina she frightens me. I don't like the
in
way her
looks
eyes look.
or behaviour?
You're assuming Brad Pitt had a choice.
Yeah.
Do you think Angelina hopped in a window and dragged him out of Jennifer Aniston's house?
Yeah, she's a
Pretty
like a
much.
succubus.
I wouldn't be. I reckon she's like the praying mantis woman that comes down and eats her young.
Is this Angelina
That's why she
Jolie
gets to
or?
adopt kids.
Angelina Jolie.
She's all her
Okay,
own.
we're not talking Jennifer Aniston.
No, Jennifer Aniston's a good girl.
Is she?
Oh,
Yeah,
not
We
really.
can
but-
absolutely talk about Jennifer Aniston if you
No,
want to talk
I
about
think
Jennifer Aniston.
Angelina Jolie, Tomb Raider, absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
absolutely, yes.
As a
100%
character, yes.
But Angelina Jolie, one of her latest movies, I
As
don't
a
even know
human
what she's
being?
been in. What has she been in?
She's more plastic than person now. So
Yeah.
Maleficent? Is that what it's called? Magnificent?
Maleficent.
Maleficent, yeah. She was in
She was in
that.
that.
Yeah,
She was.
she's-
She was in
Okay, now the
that.
big question is: have you guys seen Zombie Jolie?
no.
No.
So there was
that-
a woman in Iran who looked a lot like Angelina Jolie, and then she
turned
had more
into a
plastic
zombie?
surgery to look more like Angelina
Yes.
Jolie. So if you Google Zombie Jolie, you'll see exactly what I mean. Basically, this woman, in fact, she was eventually jailed. Actually, she was eventually jailed for it. I don't know how. you
Because
could
she
say,
was
but-
an Angelina
that illegal?
Jolie zombie? What
She
was
was
for
on
that
jail
reason?
for looking
Yeah,
too much
Angela.
like Angelina
Oh.
Jolie.
Oh my,
wow, yeah.
horrifying.
Oh, Shane,
Would
I
be
better
in my
Google this.
nightmares.
please. Joel,
Yeah,
and what was it?
I mean, if Angelina Jolie was ugly enough, that takes it to a whole new level. I agree.
I don't get you guys. How can you hate on Angelina Jolie and Tomb Raider?
Oh,
It's not
Jesus.
Oh no, I didn't mind her in Tomb Raider and
What's
stuff
with
like
that?
that. But She.
I don't hate her at all. I just think I would have stayed with Jennifer Aniston.
Jeez.
I just have one question. Why?
She never looked like Angelina
Why?
Jolie.
Yeah,
Why is
I
she
know.
doing this?
Well, 'cause
Why
she
did
gets-
Michael Jackson do what he did?
Is that your phone?
It's my watch.
No, Michael Jackson makes sense. He was driven insane by his father whipping him into a singer.
That's right.
So,
and he wanted to look
I-
like Diana Ross.
So, don't we all?
Fair enough.
Okay, what makes someone like get to a point with plastic surgery where they go, I'm just going to go, I just need a little bit more and a little bit more until the point where they look like some, bloody crazy Catwoman or zombie Jolie. I mean, surely.
I think you get the cats first.
I think
And
if
then
you look
go
up
through that.
dragons with tits enough times, you just got to make it real, and no one else will let you do it to them. So you got to do it to yourself.
But isn't there a point
I'm
where
gonna
people
be the
go,
dragon.
where her friends go, listen, you got to stop now, for fuck's sake. You look terrible.
Yeah, but the entertainment value would probably, be worth just holding out and going, don't say
I will
anything,
say,
don't
Connor,
say
if you
anything."
tried to turn yourself into a cat person, I would be concerned, but I would not intervene.
Yeah,
I'm already a cat.
a good friend, true and true.
I already hissed at people. It's just normal now.
I've been thinking about actually getting some fat from my ass and injecting it into my lips and making my lips bigger. So then everyone can.
Because Shane doesn't have
'Cause
lips,
every-
you see. That's
'cause
why he's got a
everyone can
beard, because he
kiss
doesn't
my
actually have
ass.
lips.
Oh, don't mess with
Must
the
be
ass.
terrible at sucking dick. It's funny. I've actually been planning to get some of the fat in my lips injected into my ass. Give myself
And talking about lips, right? So I broke up.
Hell
With,
yeah, let's go.
I broke
No,
up
we're
with
the
my,
people
with
who
my
have them.
ex. I broke up with my ex, and then my mother said the weirdest thing. Right? She goes,
Shooting his-
"I
So
never
excited.
really trusted her because she had thin lips."
Oh, that's a thing.
I'm like,
Yeah.
like what?
Oh, my grandmother, right? She's Scots, and she goes,
Never-
I
never-
don't trust anyone with a wee mouth. And I was like, what the hell is that? She
Never
goes,
trust
she goes,
people with
oh,
thin lips."
never trust anyone with a wee mouth.
I'm
Wee mouth,
glad I
little
have
mouth.
facial hair because
Yeah.
you can't see that I should not be trusted.
See, and then I thought to myself,
Yeah.
if I shave off my beard, I actually have no top lip.
Well, it's a thing because that's what I was taught. Lips
Yeah,
and little mouths aren't to be trusted. And I'm not even going to go there because I know you will.
My father always said marry a girl with
Father
small
Kevin would.
hands, but maybe a small
It
mouth
looks
is even
huge
better.
when she holds it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyway, I still haven't figured that one out. And then I thought to myself, well, you know what? I was married to her for nearly 20 years. Maybe you could have told me this right at the very start.
Oh, it's great. After you break up with something, the shit that your friends and family say,
Yeah.
oh, it's amazing.
Isn't it?
They're like, oh, yeah, I never liked her. I'm like, well, say something.
Yeah.
Say something early.
Tell me.
If you didn't like her, maybe I wouldn't have.
They give you a chance at the wedding. They say, does anyone want to put a stop to this shit?
And that's when you stand up and you're like, I don't like the way she chews. It's fucking annoying.
Don't
And I'm
marry
like,
her.
You lived there
She's
for 10
got
years.
thin lips.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why
Although
the
she
industry's
has to chew
booming
that
so
way
much.
because she has no lips. It's a disability.
What happened?
I mean, like, well, what sort of, like, because you would say, well, at the wedding, she's got thin lips. What does that mean? And then where does your mother go with that? She can't very well turn around and say, well, she obviously won't give you very good blowjobs then, will she?
Well, she might.
You know, but
If
at
she's
the
a
wedding,
cool
it's a
mom,
bit
she can.
inappropriate.
Oh, yeah, but it's probably happened before.
But a bad blowjob, I guarantee you it's happened before.
I've received and given bad blowjobs.
So I just wanted to throw it out there and stuff. Have we actually started recording the show yet? I don't know. I just
Absolutely in my life.
because you guys don't do
I didn't even
intros,
get
do you? You
started.
don't like
Did you
tell
do
your
your
listeners
intro?
I
who we
said the name of the
are.
show. Like
Our
that.
entire
we did it at the
intro
start,
is
yeah.
we talk for 15 minutes and then we say, oh, by the way, it's just bits.
And our intro now has become, oh, by the way, there was an ad at the beginning from some Australian folks. And we
And
forgot
it's
to
just
address that.
Those
I
crazy
got-
Australian folks. They're
I
bloody
got
adverts.
a lovely email the other day informing me that we're number 62 in New Zealand right now in the category improv on Apple Podcasts because of you guys.
It's got to be down to you.
Nice.
It cannot be because of our own marketing. So
Good old
Thank
New
you, guys.
Zealand. Legends over there.
We're I think we're number 12 in improv in Australia.
Right, okay.
And And I think we're going to be probably number 1 in Portugal from a show that we put out that everyone's listening to in Portugal. So,
Right.
you know.
Which show was that?
How do you break into the Portuguese
English
market?
in
The one that was-
Portugal?
No, so I did an interview with these girls from Soprano. They're an organisation that helps people in prison, and they're sharing it out like crazy. So,
Nice.
like, we're just
Nice.
going, okay, let's go to Portugal.
They speak
Can't
English.
believe
They're gonna be like
anyone
rock stars
knows.
Why
in
not?
Portugal.
Why not?
I mean, they speak Portuguese, but
Yeah.
Do they also speak English though? Or did
Yeah.
is
Not
this
very
what you
well,
tell me
but-
that you all just speak perfect Portuguese and it's never come up?
Yeah, but you got to play the show
The-
backwards.
The only thing that I knew how to say was por favor. So I was just doing that through the whole interview. I didn't have a clue what they were saying.
The only thing I know how to say in Australia is "G'day, cunts."
G'day. Hey, have you guys actually been down under yet? Have you come to Australia?
Well,
or
that's a
you?
bit personal.
no, I guess I have
Oh,
one
as
down.
soon as it came out of my mouth, I went edge, bad,
I
reword.
tried to go down under on myself, but I have too many ribs. I can't.
So have
get
you
it removed.
been to Australia, and do you plan to do so?
If you're gonna point down like somewhere else.
have you
been down? Is this an invitation? Because I have a fiance, but he is single.
Even better, guys. This is going to make you laugh. We have a supermarket chain in Australia called Coles. They're like Woolworths or I don't know, whatever you guys.
We have
got over there.
Tesco's.
Right, Coles.
No,
okay.
hang on, that's
He's
English.
definitely not
Coles-
talking about our goals.
Coles
not
had an
Walgreens.
advertising campaign in Australia that ran for about 6 to 12 months. The entire campaign was their staff wearing massive red foam hands. And the whole ad was saying, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down, Coles is going down. The whole ad is just them just doing this, we're going down, 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 it's going down. And, stuff. And nobody got it. And nobody in Australia just went, hold on a second, why is everybody giving head in Coles?
So I can
then
go do
at
my
the
shopping and walk out with a smile on my face. I
Too
like
bloody
that.
right. And some muesli and a bottle of Coke.
How is it spelled? COLES or
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
KOH?
Yep. They have.
They're going down.
You have
ad-
Coles,
Okay.
KOHL' here.
And they sell clothes.
They just closed.
and you're not allowed to give blowjobs there.
You
I have been
are
kicked
if
out many
they're
times.
cool.
Okay.
Well, then I'm not going to a cool
Oh
Coles.
yeah, you've just
Yeah,
found the
I'll-
ultimate.
I've got to.
Yeah.
I've got to talk to you guys about
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
because this is the.
Blowjob?
This
No,
is
no,
the
no.
the all-time Australian advert, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is the ad that they actually have in the Northern Territory. So you're talking about inappropriate ads. Okay?
This is the most Aussie thing.
Hang on. I've just got to. It's in a different window.
Kangaroo fighting a wallaby.
No.
Oh, it's even better than
you
that.
guys will
Oh,
love
it's-
this. In fact,
You'll
love it.
it'll make
It's
you want
right
to
down your
go to
alley.
the
Yeah.
Northern Territory.
Yep.
Right,
This is the
ready?
official government advertisement.
It says,
That is it.
So just for our listeners,
Yeah.
we are looking at the CU in the NT tourism campaign by
Yep.
the Northern Territory government.
it almost says cunt, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nearly.
It says in the
knew
cunt.
what
It
they
says
Pretty
in
much
the cunt.
does,
doing.
but yeah.
They knew
Yep.
exactly what they were doing.
They
Of course
were,
they did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the Northern
Guy.
Territory government has
respect
now
that.
stepped out and said, no, we had nothing to do with that campaign.
Yep.
But everybody knows.
I
Northern
tell you
Territory.
what, they're making a mozza because when I was at Groot Island, I wanted to get some, just some mementos, and the See You in the NT advert, anything with that on it, huge markup. And it's official. It's an official Northern Territorian government, advertisement.
Yeah.
So this
And
shows
they're
the
making
intelligence
big money
of our
off it.
state leaders, the people who run our state governments. Like the governors you have, I could see that maybe California which state do you guys have with NT as the kind of, abbreviation for it?
Nebraska.
We have New Hampshire, NH. I don't think we have an NT. Tennessee backwards, I guess.
Could do maybe like Colorado and Maine spells cum. You could do something with that.
There you go. Come to Maine.
It would take. It'd be some brainstorming. It's
be
two states that
common.
don't have similar tourism slogans.
It would spell common, COMN.
No, Maine is ME. You fool.
So,
Is it?
Ange,
Oh,
Do you know how you asked the guys, have they been to Australia yet? I was thinking.
Well,
when we
no,
had the-
no, that's not what she asked.
Not so many
Andrew
words.
was thinking
but,
that they could come down under.
yeah, but-
Are you boys virgins?
No,
No,
but
so
I am
you-
interested
okay.
in
All
hearing
right, I
about
don't
the
look
process.
that much like Ricky Gervais. Fuck you.
But I was thinking when we do the bowling club tour, whenever that ever actually gets off the ground,
Yep.
we should get these guys out for a couple of months.
Oh, yeah,
And
that-
we just mess with them with Australian wildlife.
completely.
We'll organise some
Completely.
drop bears, we'll
Don't
get some
put
snakes
any-
out,
Yeah.
bunch of
Please don't
spiders.
put anything venomous in my underwear or anything. But we would love to come to Australia.
Absolutely.
Oh.
My sister was there for 2 years, and I never visited her.
Didn't she, like,
So
get
it'd be
arrested
way
for
better
piracy?
for me to visit you guys.
Yeah, you've got
instead
to
of my own
come
sister.
and say good day to
She'd be-
Australia and experience, because you would have heard a lot of rumours. There is a lot of misinformation getting out there around Australia, and things like, Vegemite and Tim Tams, and everyone's sort of going, oh, it tastes like crap. And like, you need to be in the land of Vegemite and experience it firsthand by
And it
someone who
tastes so
knows
much
how to
better.
make it, like a good Vegemite sandwich. Right, you need to be able to experience Cocoa Pops.
Shane used to make Vegemite in prison.
I used to
What?
make Vegemite in prison. Yeah, seriously.
That's a fucking euphemism.
No.
Dead set. He would make Vegemite for them in prison.
Because so what you would do is you know the
What in
the
God's
beef-
name is Vegemite made out of? If
No,
you
you
can
know
make
the
it in
beef
prison?
noodle. So it's basically beef stock, right? Is what Vegemite is, right?
Great on a sandwich already.
Yeah.
Sounds great on a sandwich.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
I've
love
Eating
it.
beef sandwiches.
Literally,
Yeah,
you know
soup on a
in
sandwich.
the beef noodles.
The
you would get
sachets.
Oh,
the little
yeah,
sachets, right?
yeah.
So they would get those, put water in them, and then microwave the living shit out of it until it turns to Vegemite.
Did they not just buy you a jar of Vegemite?
Do you know how much Vegemite costs in prison?
No,
Like
Four
it costs-
blowjobs and a root.
Yeah, literally.
but it's worth it because it tastes so good. The Vegemite, that is.
Doesn't taste so
the
good
Vegemite,
after a
right.
blowjob, let me tell you.
She's like, I was going to do the blowjobs anyways, so I might as well get something out of it. Well, you go to a women's prison, so yeah, blowjobs are a hot commodity there.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody's trying to get their hands on a blowjob.
Oh, poor Vegemite. I'll never look at it the same again.
Now that you know the true cost
I
of
know
Vegemite,
where
that's
it's
actually
really
how they
coming
produce
from. Cost of
Vegemite,
Vegemite.
is prison labor through blowjobs.
I mean, I've never seen how they make real Vegemite. Are you sure that there's not just a factory full of microwaves?
Probably, there probably is.
Something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So okay,
it's
one
worse.
big question I've got to ask. It's been a month since we last spoke.
Has it been?
Is America better now that Biden's in control?
Oh
Has
yeah,
he
it's
solved all
all,
the problems?
Yeah, it's all great.
It's all
now.
good. We're done.
We don't have any concentration camps anymore.
We solved racism.
The pandemic's
It's just
over.
gone.
Yeah,
You're still
we're
locking
not
up
doing
children, though,
factory-
aren't you, at the border?
Oh no, he solved that. He got rid of it immediately with an executive order. He
Yeah,
fucking
that
did-
new building isn't a child prison.
Oh yeah, they just built another, by the way. We're super
Yeah, no,
stoked
no,
about
nothing,
the actual unveiling ceremony they're gonna have for this fucking thing. There's gonna be a mayor, and he's gonna be like, "Look at our new camp," and fucking cut it with the giant novelty scissors, and nobody's gonna have a problem.
Look,
with
you
it.
don't have to stay here. If you work hard enough, it'll make you free. No, yeah. The only good thing he did is he stopped some kind of support for Saudi Arabia's assault on Yemen, which is causing a famine there that's pretty horrific. So he did stop that, but that's the only good thing he's done.
But he
He did
started
another-
a war, didn't he, as well? Didn't he
Did he
start
what
a
now?
war?
Not yet.
Hey, you guys.
I mean,
would
he helped
probably
start
know
the
before
Iraq
us.
War. That was a while ago, though.
Yeah. With Iran, is it the Iran
Yeah,
one? Because
yeah,
that was
yeah.
Trump trying to get that going.
Oh,
Well-
was it? No,
I mean,
no,
they
that
all
was
wanna
fake
go to war
news.
with
No,
her.
that was fake news. No. I'm pretty sure that Biden started it.
If they want to start
Honestly,
wars, they've got to bring Obama back.
Absolutely murked a dude. That was wild. Trump, like 120 days left in office, kills an Iranian general and then just drops the papers and walks. I have to talk
because
about
the
it.
Iranians aren't as stupid as us and decided not to start a war.
They're like, I can't.
I mean, we could get Obama back, but he was pretty fond of drone strikes too.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, he won the Nobel Peace Prize for dropping the most bombs, didn't he?
That's what it's for. Yeah,
Yeah, he had the biggest
making use
kill
of
streak.
dynamite enough.
His KD ratio is the best, so he gave him a Nobel Peace Prize.
I recently saw a take that why Jimmy Carter's the only good president. Because first of all, he's a nice guy, but he's worked the rest of his life in humanitarian work. Because Jimmy Carter knows what you do as president, you have to make up for for the rest of your life.
He's trying to correct his karma.
And he's
before it
got
comes and
good
fucks
teeth.
him in the ass.
He's got
And
great
he's got a
teeth.
good teeth. Yeah.
I
Let
know,
the poor man sell his peanut farm.
It astonishes me every single day that you could literally kids can be released from cages and ICE can be completely abolished by Joe Biden signing one. Well, somebody putting a piece of paper in front of Joe Biden and him signing
and then Kamala moving his hand to sign it.
it.
Yeah, that's right. Because he looks at the piece of paper and he says before he signs it, "I've got no idea what I'm signing here," and he signs it
Every time.
anyway. Yeah.
Just to make it not legally binding for him. So if they just hire anybody on Joe Biden's campaign that is slightly younger than him even, and they could just sneak that piece of paper in front of him, we could afterwards he could pretend it was an accident. He could say he doesn't support it, everything. But instead, he's just gonna fucking continue to make this country.
I heard it wasn't
What about
even
prime
Joe
ministers?
Biden.
Are
I
any of
heard-
them good?
I heard it wasn't Joe Biden. I actually heard it was Jim Carrey. Because he does
Jim
such a
Carrey's
good
the one
version.
who isn't going to take the COVID-19 vaccine. him and Jenny McCarthy.
Him and millions of others, I'm
Did
sure.
you hear about what happened in Australia?
Our country.
They made a mistake and they dosed 2 pensioners 4 times the amount.
Yeah.
By
And
accident.
they have
Now they're
superpowers, right?
and guess what happened to them? Guess what happened to them? Nothing.
They have super COVID.
No, nothing. Like nothing. Like, so does that really even work?
I wish I could multiply 19 by 4 fast enough to make that joke.
they talk about the Pfizer vaccine being a placebo, and that's why they're giving it to all of the elite and the politicians and the frontline workers and all that sort of stuff. Because the AstraZeneca one or whatever is the really nasty one, and that's what they're going to give to the population.
So excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably. And you go too far into conspiracy theories, you risk anti-Semitism. But I think we're safe saying that they're going to give us the shitty vaccines. They're going to keep the good ones for them.
Yeah. No, we're having fun over here just watching shit unfold. Keldon always says it best. He's like, we have the power here in America of like a serf in feudal lord times, but we also have all of the information of the king. So it's just like we're watching everything fall apart and be like, get out and vote, because that's going to change something. We voted for the right guy, so now the bad things end, right? No, burn it down.
How do prime ministers work?
Burn it
Are
down.
there any good ones of them?
Not really. The one we've got at the moment's pretty ordinary.
Yeah, I know. And as I
ordinary
said,
is great.
No.
Yeah.
No, seriously, right?
Shut up! You don't get to complain.
No,
Grateful for
I'll
what
t-
we
no,
have.
what I
I
mean
mean,
by
2
ordinary,
of our
right,
last
is
3 are probably rapists.
one of his staffers got
Yeah,
raped,
yeah.
right? He didn't know to handle it, so he asked his wife, "What do you think?" And she said, "Oh, I think rape's pretty bad." And he went, "Oh, okay."
Because you've
And
got
so-
daughters.
Yeah, because
she
you've got
referred to the
daughters. Imagine if your daughter got raped and you went, "Oh, yeah, I better say something about it then." On the advice of his freaking wife. Seriously.
That's
Good.
I mean,
All-
low bar,
all
but
of
that's-
our guys
that's not bad.
raped, and then we're like, yes, I'm glad I did it. So it could be worse.
yeah. I
If you don't like
and
your
he's a born
country,
again
come
Christian,
here.
so I mean,
Is he?
yeah, he goes to bloody Hillsong.
oh, he's a Pentecostal nutbag.
Yes.
I knew there was some religion there. I didn't know it was a born again
religion?
style.
Oh, totally.
Fuck yeah, off the
Totally.
charts.
and not the Father Kevin kind.
Yeah, well, there you go.
The only cool religion is fine.
Yeah, no, something like
If you
something
start
like
a cult with that, how are you going to deal with that? How are you going to deal with a bad boys cult?
A bad boy's cold.
Bad boys cult.
Do you guys
jumping
get
the
cults
houses.
in Australia, or is that just us?
No, we do.
Yeah,
Oh,
we do.
yeah,
Well,
we've
the
got
Catholic
plenty
Church,
of them.
The Jehovah's Witness, you know,
Actually-
they're all cults.
No, there's a guy. There's a
Hillsong.
guy.
Oh,
up
no,
in,
no. That's normal for
no,
us.
no, no.
We have cults.
No, there's actually a guy. There's a guy up at I think what's that peanut place? Kingaroy. Lives at Kingaroy.
No, not the
He call-
macadamia nuts.
No. He
Jimmy
calls
Burger?
himself.
The
He
Knight.
calls himself Jesus.
There's a few people calling
And
themselves Jesus.
no, and his wife is Mary
Literally.
Magdalene. Literally, that's what they call
Oh,
themselves.
geez.
Are you talking about
which
Christ
nut
himself?
farm are you talking about?
No, he's serious. I'm
yeah,
serious.
no, that's what I'm
Right,
saying.
okay,
Is
up there.
which nut? Like, is it
Killed
the
all those
macadamia
demons from
castle?
That one dude.
No, he owns a property, and he's
Is it,
got people.
is it near Bellingen?
Where's
There's
Brad?
a cult up near
Probably.
Bellingen.
And what they're doing is that people in the cult are buying properties nearby and then handing the titles over to him. So that,
Yeah, that's a
building a
cult.
compound. That's a
That's
good.
a
I'm going
cult,
to hear
right?
a podcast about that in 5 years.
yeah,
what's the
that's a cult.
philosophy? What's their philosophy?
Love.
You're at? Oh, of course.
But then also,
Yeah.
also
Oneness with the universe, I would imagine.
he'll sit there and he'll go,
Years in your mouth
he'll
is
say,
their philosophy.
Angie, I don't think you should be with Ricky anymore.
Right.
So I'm going to actually move you, and you're now going to be with, I don't know.
Bob the Builder.
Well, you
someone
whoever the
else.
leader is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's actually saying what relationships should be because
Wait, so once a month you get a
Based-
new wife?
yeah. So based on
Yeah,
the
but
fact,
you gotta give up the old one. They don't stack.
Oh shit! I thought they stacked.
no.
Like
Based on the fact that you know,
machine washable?
you've got actually a past life with that person,
quickly
so
not.
you need to resolve stuff. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where is? I'm still trying to figure out where this is.
You know a lot. Do you have a pamphlet? Because that's a red flag.
Yeah, can you email us something about
he
that?
wrote it.
But you know, I was talking to a guy.
Father Kevin.
I was talking to a guy who actually was part of the Osho Orange people back in the day. You remember that cult in America where they.
Which one?
You have to be more specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the guy with the long beard.
Again, more specific.
The guy with the long beard.
White people
Osho.
don't get shot. So
They were called
everything's
the
fine.
Orange people. Remember the Orange people?
Huh?
The Orange people.
No.
No.
Oh,
Wow.
No,
Really?
I'm
Are you
not.
talking about Johnny Depp's cult? Because that was a movie. And Gene Wilder did it
Johnny
better.
Depp had a cult?
There's a,
Oompa Loompas.
there's a documentary out called Wild Country. Now,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a porn movie too. as well, isn't there?
Yeah, they're not. They
Involves pigs
and
they
stuff.
wear orange.
yeah,
Some of them.
You are-
the Orange people.
We are covering a lot of ground, and I have not known where we are
I've
in a
seen
couple
Wild
miles.
Wild Country. It's the one where all these. So it was a bunch of like city planners formed the perfect city.
Yeah.
And then like try and build it and make it happen, and then they like need to get legislation passed, so they invite a bunch of homeless people to live there, and they're a sex cult and all these other fucking things, and then they eventually arm themselves to the teeth and then tell the cops like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have guns and we're a sovereign nation now.
Yeah, I knew a guy that
that's
was
dope.
actually in that cult, and he actually
bet
said
he's super
it was
cool.
the best time of his life. Like everybody
Yeah,
was
that
having
sounds-
sex.
Sounds dope.
Yeah, because it was a sex cult.
Yeah.
What's better than a
Yeah,
sex
we're
cult?
gonna
that's
fuck
it.
a lot and tell the cops to go away.
Is
If
there?
you're going to have a cult,
No notes.
you don't have anything else but a sex
I was
cult.
just you're reading my mind, Andrew. I'm thinking, is there any other
Oh, yeah.
cult? Is
Well,
all I hear is sex cult?
There's a doomsday cult, but you know that's going to end really bad for everyone. You
No,
don't
those
want that.
cults never get off the ground. That's the problem.
Yeah, they thought they were gonna have
Literally,
sex,
on
but
the
they're still
ground.
right on the fucking ground.
No wonder they killed themselves.
What about Nexium? What about this whole Nexium
I think we do
thing?
have Nexium.
Yeah. The guy got put
Oh,
in
we have the
prison.
Church of Scientology too. Do you guys have that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. Well, kind of.
yeah. Jeez,
That-
yeah.
that's-
Are we
that's
not
a bit
allowed
of
to
a
talk
laugh
about it?
now.
Is it that big over there?
No.
Are we going to get taken down?
Not really.
That's just not as fun. They're like,
No,
it's normal.
I
now.
love that. I loved watching the stories about this whole Nexium cult, where it got the Hollywood people in, and and the guy was actually started slaves. He actually created
and
slaves.
was branding them. Yeah,
And was
with
branding
a-
them. Do you remember that? The
Cauterization.
guy got
I
put in
remember.
prison.
Yeah, he branded like his name, right, or his initials.
Yeah, his
Initials.
initials. Yeah.
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 Is this-
Were they white slaves? Because then I'm fine with
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Then what?
Oh,
they
okay,
were
Allison,
famous.
Had our
The chick out of Smallville was
He
in
wasn't
it.
making all
Yeah.
white people slaves. He was mostly making women sex slaves.
Oh,
And
never
it's
mind.
not- yeah.
Back
And they
to
had
against
Probably
it.
white women.
And it's fairly recent.
Yeah, it's very recent.
Actually,
Check it out.
it's-
It's-
Is this the same group that have the secret underpants? Is there a group that has secret underpants?
I want a group
No.
with secret underpants.
Yeah, there's
Are
a,
they crotchless?
No, I don't.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
release
yeah,
this part of
there
the episode. We
okay,
create our own
do you
secret
guys know about the secret underpants?
the Mormons,
Yeah, the
right?
Mormons.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
See, they've
they'll
got
protect you from demons and bullets.
See,
Really?
Yes,
And
yes.
blowjobs,
John
probably.
Sorry,
Safran
hold on, guys.
talked
Time
about
out.
the
Time
secret
out for a second.
underpants.
Hang on,
Sorry,
hang on.
hold on a second. Hold on. You telling me the Mormons have secret underpants?
Yes.
Did you guys not know about this?
Yeah. do.
John Safran did John Safran versus God series, and it was brilliant. And he mentioned something about holy underpants or secret underpants, but I couldn't
I used to
remember
have
what
some holy
religion.
underpants, but my wife made me throw them out because they were really bad and disgusting.
That was a
Your
bad
balls kept
idea
hanging
because that
out.
could have kept you out of hell.
So what do
Yeah,
you guys
really.
know about the secret underpants?
I'm sure it's not quite as silly as I've heard, but maybe it is.
Yeah.
Essentially, there are special underwear that I can't remember if it's like the semi-normal Mormons or the absolute bugfuck Mormons that believe this, but basically it's definitely long underpants. Like they go from shoulders to
Oh, they're not like G-strings or something.
No, how can a G-string protect you from bullets?
Well, just right there is where the bullet hit.
Ask
yeah,
Kim
you can-
Kardashian. It was the
If you're
thing
gonna
that
shoot
saved
me-
her when her house was raided at that time.
Shoot me in the dick.
Oh, that was her plastic ass.
No, so
Yeah.
it's like what men wear when they're wrestling. Basically,
A singlet.
you're supposed to wear that under your clothes.
Wow.
And then,
That's sexy.
so first of all, they're holy enough to protect you from things like demons and queers or whatever. And then also, apparently, they will protect you from bullets. Is what
Wow.
What are they made of?
the love of God. They're not- yeah, no, they don't.
What? Go
They
and
don't
find out for
actually
yourself,
protect you from
man.
bullets, but like,
I'm gonna find
dumb
out. I
people
want
believe
Are
they
women
do.
allowed? Are women allowed to wear the secret underpants? Or is this?
yeah,
something-
I don't think they're allowed to take them off.
When you go on your next
gonna be
Tinder
honest
date,
with
Yeah.
just in Tinder,
Yeah.
just in the profile, just type secret underpants.
All right, and
See
see if
what
it,
you get.
yeah. All right.
I'd love to see
Oh
what you
my
get.
goodness! I'm guarantee I'll be getting a few hits.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think what you have to do to be a woman and a Mormon is worth not being invincible to bullets. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. The bar for entry, the cure might be worse than the disease, is what I'm saying.
Basically, you can get a bulletproof vest for money and not sexual trauma.
Yeah. You have to have one husband and share him with 17 wives. Also,
That doesn't sound bad. Break up the work.
Are there multiple husbands for the women,
have
or is
to
it
be a
only
lesbian.
the
No,
men?
it's just one. No,
No.
It just gives the women a rest every now and then.
No, the women are smart. Why? See, this is what I don't understand, guys. Why on earth would one man want multiple wives? I mean, for fuck's sake, are you
ever had a
nuts?
three-way? They're awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's
It
because
sounds
if
good.
you're in the kind of cult where you get multiple wives, you don't have to listen to them.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds good. It's like, oh, I can have sex as much as I like, But then, if one of them starts to nag, the other starts to nag. And have you guys heard
One of them
about?
starts to nag, they're dead in the backyard, and then the rest of them stop nagging.
Have you heard about?
And someone explains to the cops they shouldn't be interested.
Now, but okay,
I'm
have you
wondering.
heard about synchronizing periods?
Yes.
Okay, 17 wives,
Yep.
all of their
Oh.
periods synchronized at the same time. What the fuck are you going to do
That's
on
when
that
they
day?
go
Yeah,
into
that's
market.
why Christians think that there's that thing in the Bible about if you're on your period, you have to go live alone in a hut for a while.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, if that was me, I'd be going to Vegas for a week.
Well, I don't think that's what the Mormons believe in.
Oh, surely there's an offshoot that believes in the
Yeah,
going
that's
to.
fine.
I would love it if Mormon
just like the
women
polygamy.
if Mormon women were banished to huts when they were on their periods, but they all just agreed to not tell anyone that they went to Vegas that week.
Yeah, that's exactly
What's the
what I'd
money?
be doing.
Getting the
I'd be
smart
going,
ones.
oh, yes, I think I need to be banished to the hut
To the hut.
for 3 weeks because, oh, geez, it's a bad one. I'm off for 3 weeks.
It's a
Just
bad
don't
one.
check up on me. You don't want to be anywhere near me.
I've got a heavy
the
flow.
20s before anyone knew what a vagina was.
Heavy.
And doctors said that like women would have hysteria, and the way to cure it was you'd give them a pelvic exam, which meant that women were horny because their husbands sucked at sex, and the way to cure it was to have a doctor finger you.
Wow.
After watching that movie, I was actually dead set going to open up my own hysteria clinic on the New South Wales South Coast.
What movie? What?
What movie?
movie?
Porn? Do you mean porn?
What? You not seen the movie Hysteria?
No.
No,
No?
I was
I've
telling
heard
you about
about
the
it.
historical phenomenon.
It's
of Dr.
exactly about what you were just saying.
I've heard about it.
Really?
Okay, then I'm familiar.
Yeah, and so I wanted to open up a hysteria clinic and stuff like that, but I couldn't get council approval.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
It's like
They
it's
kept
like what a
calling it a
13-year-old
bordello.
thinks a gynecologist does.
God, I want to be a gynecologist when I grow up because they fuck. No, it's the bad ones. Just the really bad ones.
And
Yeah.
No?
and if you are a gynecologist and you come home from work and your wife says, "Okay, I'm ready for sex," or she just goes, "Have a look at this," and it would be like,
Yeah.
"I've
Yeah, I've
seen
seen
it all
40 of them already
day."
today.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, put it away.
Maybe we should
feel
interview a gynecologist on the show just to see if they really say that.
Yeah, probably.
It'd be interesting.
Do you
would be.
fuck your wife?
You know, my brother.
That's the question.
let's get down to it.
Buddy,
Hey,
you fucking.
but imagine the people would be so curious to know, okay, I really want to know the answer to this. Everyone would be tuning in to find out.
I bet they don't look at
Also,
porn.
how easy is it to
No,
cheat on
not-
your wife? Would be the
Well,
second
they might
question
be
I asked.
looking at gay porn.
Or those boobs,
To mix
the
it up.
dragons and the boobs. That's what they'd
Yes.
be looking at because they're not going to be seeing that every day.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm a tits man, not an ass man. Why? I see a lot of ass.
Oh, jeez.
My brother used to walk around pubs with one pickup line, and it was, "Trust me, I'm a gynecologist."
Did that inspire a lot of trust?
Ever
Yeah,
Did it
no,
work?
it never worked.
No, I didn't think it would.
No.
Because then most women would just go, fuck off, sleazebag. Seriously.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've heard worse, though.
Have you?
Oh, God.
What's your... Okay, so speaking to
Ooh, what's
someone
the
who
word?
goes
Break
out a
out?
lot and
Goes out a lot.
and meets a lot of men.
I do not go out a lot, Shane. I don't know where you're getting that idea from. I might have
Well,
been in
go down to Ricky
Tamworth last
Gervais's
week
house
doing
a lot.
some boot scooting, but
Did
that
you?
doesn't
Did
mean...
you?
You know what?
You went to
Is
sleep,
boot
didn't you? You
scooting
went to
fucking
bed.
or dancing?
Scooting.
I did
No, boot
something even
scooting's
better than
actually
going to
dancing
sleep. I
in
ordered a
boots.
pizza and then I went to sleep. I know,
Sounds like
I disappointed
Donald Ruck.
everyone.
There is that country song, Boot Scoot Boogie.
Yeah, they do boot scooting, don't they?
Yeah.
Do they do that in
I
America?
mean,
We
that.
dance here.
I've seen the boot
It's
scooting.
like a real old sounding term.
Billy Ray
America.
Cyrus.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
Oh, maybe we're just
Hello.
old.
We are.
You got both the Cyruses out there. Good.
Well, he was disastrous for two reasons: one, country music, and Miley Cyrus.
And the mullet.
Oh, no, don't knock the mullet.
Mellow song.
Can I just say that I noticed something this morning that we have never covered with regards to mullets, and that is, did you know that Rod Stewart had the mullet of all mullets back
did.
in
Oh
the
my
time?
God, he did.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He was ahead of
He
his time.
was amazing. He's
Literally
that-
ahead.
He knew
of his
something.
time.
He knew something.
I saw for the first time ever there was a song called Sailing by Rod Stewart. Have you seen the hairstyle on him in that film clip?
Did you know it was the
Isn't it a
70s?
perm when you have curly
I
hair?
thought it might have been the early 80s. So
No,
it was the 70s.
the 70s. Come
Oh,
on.
jeez, I was excited when I saw that mullet.
God, the
That
70s
rivaled,
was 50 bloody years away.
know.
rivaled
Literally,
what was
though.
his name? Billy
Two of
Ray.
me.
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Cyrus?
Billy
Yeah,
Ray Cyrus.
Great guy.
Yeah.
He's the only Cyrus that didn't go insane. So good for him.
I mean, there's two Cyruses.
Has it been confirmed?
Yeah, I know. That's not what I said.
I don't know. Miley just did some publicity stunts. Is she insane?
Touche.
Define
I don't know.
insane.
Has it persisted? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't quite know. Is Miley? What do you guys think about Miley? Is she crazy, or is she just trying to break free from the chains that Disney definitely put on her?
I think
Crazy
she's-
as a fucking
she's-
pot of
she's just
yogurt, if you
going to-
ask me.
Look, you tell me a Disney
Yeah,
person that
yogurt
is not
pretty
insane.
crazy. Who puts yogurt in a crock pot?
Yeah,
You tell me a Disney person that's not insane, all right? Britney Spears.
Zac Efron.
Insane. Zac Efron, well, he's moved to Australia, so he got away from it. Justin
not-
Timberlake, he bought MySpace, for fuck's sake. Seriously. Who does
What?
that?
Are you?
He did.
You're not thinking of the movie The Social Network, are you?
I think
No, he did. No, after
He
the
did
social
buy
network,
MySpace?
he bought MySpace.
I mean, MySpace is doing stuff, isn't it? It's like a music website now.
Who goes to MySpace?
I mean, I don't for sure.
No, well, there you go.
No, I mean, no. I'm certain everybody that Disney drives child stars insane. And there was that one guy on Nickelodeon that was super into feet. Are you aware of this thing?
This is our dingo.
What isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. What was his name? Dan Schneider.
Huh.
Do you recall? Dog. Do you recall Dan Schneider? That whole thing.
No.
Like the producer of iCarly was into. Well, first of all, feet, which isn't bad, but also children, which is.
Children's feet?
I'm sure the two overlapped.
I bet it came up.
So speaking of your dog, it looks very much like a dingo. Did you
Dingo stole
did you
my
guys
baby
follow that whole Azaria Chamberlain story?
from the
Is that
80s.
dingo ate my baby?
Is that when the dingo ate the baby? Because
Yeah,
that's
we
all
are.
I know.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
That
And
is like that's one. Like if you say Australian people to most Americans, they'll say something about shrimp on the Barbie. Dingo ate my baby.
that dingo ate my
And-
baby. Yeah.
Do you guys claim Outback Steakhouse, by the way, or is that just us?
No, we claim it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you.
It is
if that was
traditional
a hated
Australian
part
cuisine?
of Australia. Because like McDonald's is American, but I do not claim. I don't
No.
want
No,
that
that's
to
our
be.
fault.
It's not
Yeah, I
massive.
don't-
Australia, what we'd have Barbies. Barbies are definitely Australian.
Barbecues, yeah.
Barbecue is already so short. Why?
Barbie.
Yeah, what's
Barbie. Yeah.
Throw a
come
shrimp.
on.
You're not throwing shrimps. It's
But
prawns.
we don't call them shrimps. They're
We-
prawns. So they got it wrong.
Yeah,
like,
it's prawn on the Barbie.
when
Well, it
Paul
sounds like porn
Hogan
on the
said
Barbie,
that,
if you're
he
just-
said that for the American
Yeah,
market.
we shuddered over here.
We're
we
like,
just went, "Oh,
what the fuck are you calling it a shrimp
Yeah,
for?
it's like, what are you doing, mate? You've
Yeah.
just sold
We're
yourself
uncool.
out.
Well, I don't even know why you would barbecue shrimp in the first place. That is
Because
a
it tastes
boiled
good. You
food.
barbecue everything. Come on.
What are you talking about?
No, it's
Cajun
burgers.
boil?
They're
Whoa,
barbecues.
You guys
They
don't
barbecue
have.
burgers.
They don't have Cajun.
You don't have
They don't have
Cajun people
They
down
did not
there.
succeed in interbreeding.
Oh,
If we could interbreed the French with Bogans, then they would have some good seafood.
Cajun people figured out how to do shrimp. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You take all the shrimp, you put it in a pot, you take an entire can of Cajun seasoning, you take the lid off of it, dump it in the entire pot, toss whatever else you want in there, vegetables and stuff like that, and then you eat it, and it makes you forget you're poor and live in crocodile-infested waters. It's phenomenal.
Which I'm sure you guys could do with. There's a lot of crocodile-infested waters over there.
Well, it's like, but then they eat squirrel and stuff like that down there as well.
Nothing wrong with squirrel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when they do a shrimp boil, it's because they've finally found the shrimp.
We've got a show
They
down
don't have to
here.
eat like critters that they hit with their car.
We got
Yeah,
a
it's a
show down
crawfish.
here we watch called Swamp People. Have you got that?
Oh, so good. So
I
good.
think we do. I don't know if it's
That's
called that, but
just
we have a
scary
show
shit.
about swamp people.
No, we have swamp people.
Yeah, like killing alligators and you know.
That
Flat-bottom
guy with
boats.
the one overall strap on every
Yeah,
time,
Yeah.
that's every Cajun person. So you guys do know a Cajun accent.
Yeah.
That's what a Cajun, it's French people and hillbillies got together and made the best food. It's wild how good they are at making garbage out of it. Like, I would eat a possum if a Cajun person prepared it. I swear to God.
And if you're eating what a Cajun person prepared, there's no guarantee. that you're
Probably
not.
possum. It's chicken. Bullshit, but it's delicious.
Actually, I went over to China and they eat everything
China.
over in China. And
Don't eat any
I literally
over there.
came back to the table. You know, I'd been to the toilet, came back to the table. The girl next to me was Chinese, couldn't speak a word of English. And
Oh, how dare her.
I know. And so she hands me this pot, and I'm like, chicken? She goes, chicken. I'm like, okay, rightio. So anyway, I put that onto the plate, you know, and I'm eating away, and I'm like, I don't remember when chicken had a backbone on it. You know, like it actually like had like.
What were
I'm
you
like,
eating,
like-
Shane?
I'm like,
what were you really
chicken?
eating?
And she looks at me and
What
she goes,
animal?
That's a bat.
bullfrog.
Oh, no.
That's all right.
You haven't had frog legs?
No, this
No.
was bullfrog.
Oh, because you
no,
don't have
no.
Cajun people. Frog leg. With Cajun people taught us that you can eat the grossest animals and they're delicious because frog legs are actually phenomenal. Don't eat the spine of the bullfrog.
No.
So I guess Chinese people haven't
Unless you want
figured
superpowers. Do you guys have guinea pigs? Are they cuisine for you guys?
No.
No.
No, they're
pets, right?
pets. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I've been
and
to
some
Peru.
people shave them and stick them up their ass as well, but that's another story.
That's you
Isn't
guys
that
don't have
Richard
gerbils
Gere
then,
was
because
meant to
gerbils-
have done that?
we don't use gerbils. I think they use little.
I think
pigs.
guinea pigs are probably more advanced. That's a pretty big.
They're a bit
infection
bigger.
there.
They are, but yeah.
Yeah, you
they
can
are
feel
big.
it a bit more.
Anyway, I went to Peru and fucked a guinea pig. No, I went to Peru and I ate a guinea pig, and let me tell you, they taste like they look. I don't know why the fuck they eat those things. They taste musty. That is one type of animal that you feel like you shouldn't eat, and you shouldn't.
Do you know that if you put a watermelon down next to a guinea pig, they will keep on eating. They will keep on eating until they explode.
No way.
Because they
All right,
they
all right.
can't
Now
tell
let's
that
do some
they're getting
synergy here.
full.
Let's do some hard thinking. Feed a guinea pig a bunch of watermelon, then stick it up your ass. What happens?
A guinea pig explodes inside your ass.
You're a
gotta
deep
shit out a
thinker.
guinea pig. That's what happens.
Oh,
You'd have to have a pretty big ass.
That
As
is
soon
also
as
my
I get
problem.
my lip surgery, I'll be able to put guinea pigs and watermelon.
Maybe that's where Kim Kardashian went wrong.
Well, this actually
Forgot
brings
the
me
guinea
back
pig.
to a point I wanted to bring up earlier. I've recently put on weight, and at least 20 pounds have gone directly to my ass. So I ask, have Australian girls elevated to the time of they like a guy with a big ass? Is that a thing out there yet?
Oh, right. Okay, because it's the whole trend thing that guys apparently like girls with big asses. So
Yeah,
you're saying
Big
So
asses
out
are the
here-
thing right now.
But
Right.
do you
Out
find
here it goes both ways.
Like, cause but you're on the southern hemisphere.
No.
So toilets
Yeah,
flick the other way,
look, I
and
don't-
women
do you
like
like
men
a guy
big
with a big ass?
It doesn't worry me. It's look, women aren't looking.
so-
People think that we're looking straight
Like
at
a
the
nice
ass. We're
butt.
not.
Do you say nice butt?
Nice.
the thing.
You want
Yeah, but a nice butt is-
Yeah,
It's a big dump
want-
truck wagon.
Mm,
Which
you
No,
know,
no,
like-
a nice
It
butt
depends.
is a
It
Hugh
depends
Jackman
you
butt.
can't just go straight in and go,
No,
I really
it's
like
not.
him because of his ass. If there's other things that are going on,
could.
then
Do you
you
look
can
at-
overlook the ass.
Do you look at the package?
I don't, because you can't
Do you think
tell
you
unless
walk
they're in a
around-
mankini
Can you see
or
your
something.
package right now? How?
No. Do you look at the package, not my package?
But how can you ever see anybody's package?
You can't.
Unless
You
you're-
haven't met Father Kevin.
Well, unless they're in the mankini, it's very hard to tell.
Father Kevin has a very thin frock.
Yeah, with Father Kevin, you got to be particularly careful he doesn't take your eye out with it.
Yeah, that's right. But don't worry about the butt. Trust me, women. There's way too much
Oh, out
emphasis.
here.
Guys worry about what they look like. That's not.
But
a
a,
thing.
guy, good guy's butt, a guy who's got a good butt in a pair of jeans gets the attention of women all the time.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Because out
honestly-
here, the only reason I got laid is because I had a nice ass. That was it. That's all I had going for me. So
No.
I'm glad that if I
No.
came
But
out.
see,
No.
I'm starting to understand Ange now.
Yeah.
It's not about the ass; it's about the
No,
face.
it's not
You gotta
about the
look
looks,
like Ricky
it's about-
Gervais.
Yeah, it's the face and it's the smile and it's
See-
if they can make you laugh, bang, you know
How they make you feel.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
yeah, if you want to look them
What
in
if
the
I
eyes
have a
when you're
really
fucking-
funny ass?
That's okay. If they're really funny and they've got a funny ass, I'll overlook
Hey, see?
that.
Got
So,
it.
so is there a lot of women in America with the butt implants?
Oh man.
I like it. Nobody else does.
Really? I don't.
I'm the only-
I don't know
No,
what
I mean
you
that
get.
is the big thing now. Is that like a big ass is. That's
But
that's
the butt
in our
implants look fake.
changing beauty standards for women.
So there's two
which-
types though, isn't there?
Yeah, built
There's
like
the
a
actual
hobbit.
butt implants, which looks like Kim Kardashian on a bad day. And then you've got the other women that have the liposuction from around the waist, and sometimes some of it's injected back into the arse,
Yeah, so it's like an
which
hourglass.
looks a lot more natural.
Oh, I didn't know
But,
about
but
this.
gives them that hourglass sort of finish.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the doctors say you want to fill your ass with your own fat, ideally.
Yeah.
Doesn't it
is
get
the best way to do it?
misshapen though? Because wouldn't there be pockets?
I mean, if you get a bad one done, you can get bad ones.
I think
done.
they hit it. I think they like use a mallet on it as a finishing tool or something.
I don't know.
I'd be
isn't it?
very dubious.
When
I mean,
so when I was in prison, there was a guy in there that his wife used to come and do the visits. You know, she had butt implants, boob implants, lips, and the forehead happening as well. And it's like
What?
she was like complete plastic, you know. But like, but she was to the point where her ass was so big. Like literally so big. I don't know how she got out of the car.
I want to know where they're buying their pants from because if I don't see
Big and
pants
tall
with
store.
really big butts in them, do they make them overseas where you get the really big butt and then
And-
the smaller legs?
And to save money, can you just buy the pants with the butt implants in the pants?
Oh, now there's a
That's
thought.
a good
They
idea.
do have ass jeans. Those do exist. There are ass jeans.
Ass jeans. Okay.
It
doesn't
What's
work
in
on
the
the
front,
ass
it doesn't
jean?
look
Like
like
what
it. Write
makes
it
them?
down.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I'm going to look up ass jeans.
That actually reminds me of the guy I spoke to at the beach that day. Remember that, Shane, that story I was telling you?
Yeah.
The guy at the beach, and he was this big muscular guy in a pair of Speedos, which is like budgety smugglers, which is like a pair of underpants.
Do you know what they like? Speedos?
We got Speedos, yeah.
yeah,
We call
right,
them
okay.
budgie smugglers.
Yeah, budgie smugglers, because it looks like you're smuggling a budgie down the front. But
What? He's a budgie.
so this
Look,
guy
a
was
budgie's a
getting
bird.
he was attracting all the girls, right? All the women, and they were coming up to him and all that sort of stuff.
Is
So
he
I
just-
wandered up to him and said, "Mate, look, you know, what's your secret? You got to tell me your secret, please, because I want all the girls to, you know, be attracted to me like them, like you do and stuff." And he goes, "Well, okay, you're not allowed to tell anybody this. This is a really big secret, like Freemason type of shit, right?" He said, "Grab a couple of potatoes and stick them down your undies." And I went, "Oh, great, thanks, mate." Blah blah blah. Ran off all excited. Next day,
Which side?
come back to the beach. Well, so the girls are all pointing and laughing at me, and the guys looks over and stuff. Who's there, you know, with the swoon of women around him, and he just shakes his head and he walks over to me and says, "No, mate, down the front, down the front."
Yeah, we could see where that one was going.
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch that it was a joke. I thought this was a real story.
Andrew has a
Would not
knack
have
of that.
interrupted if I was smart enough to know it was a joke.
Yeah, no.
He hooks me in every time, and I'm like, really? And boom, then he gets, I'm like, oh, geez, you had me both.
I do that to people. That's one of my favorite things to do. Last year, I was walking in my car after work, and someone's like, oh, you're going to be there tomorrow? And I go, no, I got a court date. And I let it sit for a minute, and then I go, trying to get my kids back from my bitch of an ex-wife. So I looked even younger. This is like a year ago. And they're like, oh, good luck. I was like, no, it's a fucking speeding ticket. I don't have an ex-wife.
Yeah, I was speeding away from my ex-wife.
Right. With the kids in the van.
That's it. Now we got it all.
Full circle.
So tell me, guys, how do you wrap your show up?
Yeah,
If
like
you don't have an intro, do you?
I was about to say we should do the wrap-up for the show, which is how long we've been... Yeah, it's about enough time.
So at
that's
what
how
point do you tell people who you're talking to?
yeah, where can we find you?
We just don't.
Well, okay, you are our first guest that didn't go to college with us. So we're going to work that out as it goes along.
And also, the ad we had at the beginning was for you guys. So then when Father Kevin comes on, I think they'll put it together.
But these are the bad boys, and one of them's a girl.
These are the bad boys.
And they will tell you where to find them on the internet.
Yeah, see, it's all about getting people to go to your website or go to your Facebook page. So go to your Facebook page. What is it?
It's Just Bits podcast. But if you guys, we're going to post this one.
Yeah,
this is an It's Just Bits episode. So why don't you guys plug your stuff? Because everybody knows what we got going on.
They know it's at Kellen_Frank and at the Connor Ford and linktr.ee/. It's Just Bits. Fuck your face.
Shane, these guys are
Caught all
good.
of
They
that.
actually remember their shit. I can't even remember our fucking web address.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm like, Shane every week goes, and where do we find us? And Andrew and I just
honestly,
the crickets in the background.
They sit there like, we don't fucking know. It's like, oh, well,
Hey, we rock up, we say some bits and pieces.
rock up.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Okay, so
We're
if you
here.
want to listen to our podcast, go to Official Bad Boys, look up Bad Boys Unleashed on Apple, and if you want to listen to some cool-ass music, go to badboysfm.com. Over to you, Shane.
yeah, and
you
can also head over to our Facebook page and our Instagram page, which is at Official Bad Boys Podcast. There you go.
There you go.
Both
Yeah,
of them.
beautiful.
Nice.
Like
If you'd like to
professionals
listen
and
to
all.
more stuff that's professionally produced, which I don't know why you would if you're in our audience, check these guys out.
Yeah, for real. Also, if you'd like to
There's
learn
people
about
that are good at the job.
the culture of Australia, this is the way to do it.
Check us out. We can give you culture. we got it oozing out of us.
Mate, full of bloody culture over here.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yes, it
remember, after you watch this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like with a black thumbs up.
And wash your hands.
And stop with the white thumbs up. You're giving us a bad fucking reputation.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like, black thumbs up is racist. White thumbs up is racist because suddenly, you're like this, white supremacist. So what do you do?
I was gonna go
notice
with
they don't have the
douchebag,
white
but-
fist emoji, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Maybe don't use a thumb at all.
Just fist pump.
There you go. But then what colour's a fist pump?
Yeah,
I
white
tell that
shocker.
to all the boys.
We gotta end, otherwise we're just gonna keep saying goodbye.
See you
All
guys.
right, end apartheid. Bye, everybody.